In this video, we'll be looking at scroll effects using the CSS. So the Marquee tag here was also being used in HTML to create scroll effects, but right now it's not advisable to use it because it's been deprecated. It had a function that can let you decide the direction of the scroll. So right now we can change the direction to the left. We can also change the scroll amount. That's the number of seconds it should take for us to have a complete scrolling. So we can see that the acceleration has changed right now, and right now it is infinite. We can change the loop to 2. That is going to allow it to scroll twice. So we see it stopped. Alright, so that's the attributes that can be given to the Marquee tag, but these attributes can also be used on a different tag or different div or element in HTML to create a scroll effect. So right now let's make this one infinite and try to replicate it using CSS. Okay, so what we're going to need is our div container. So let's create a div container, 2 div containers. So we create a div and we create another div inside it, and we're going to give that div a class of scroll. Okay, and give this one a class of main. So it's going to be the main div that's going to hold our content. And let's try to add some text to it. And we're going to make the CSS codes to enable us to have the scroll effect. So we're going to select the main element, so we get to get the main, and we're going to make the overflow of the X. We're going to make the X overflow hidden. And also we're going to make the position to be relative. Okay, so we have something like this, and let's go to the main div that's holding the scroll content, and we give it a class of scroll. We got a scroll here, and we're going to make the display to be flex. And make the first direction row, and let's create an animation to it. So the animation name is going to be scroll, and we're going to choose the number of seconds for it to scroll. That's 10 seconds, and it's going to be linear infinite. So linear infinite. That's going to scroll infinitely. So let's declare the keyframe that's going to take care of the animation we define here. We're going to create a keyframe. So our keyframes, and we're going to choose the identifier, so that's scroll, and from the 0%, the transform, and we're going to translate the x-axis. So translate the x to 0%, something like this. And also we're going to move to the 100%. So the animation is going to move from 0% to 100%. So at 100% or so, we want it to be moving. So we're going to transform, and we're going to translate the same x-axis, that's the left and the right, to 100%. And we can see that the div here is also moving. We can also see that it's moving. Right, so it moved to the other end and it's continuing, but we want it to be moving to the left and coming back to the right. So we're going to add another keyframe between the 0 and the 100. So let's make this 0, so that you're going to come come to the same place at the 100%. So we're going to use the 50%. That's going to be the perfect place to add animation. So we're going to use the same. We're going to transform, and we're going to translate x to 100%. So at the middle, it's going to be at the 100%, and it's going to return to the original position. That was 0. So we have something like this. we can see that it is coming back to that place. It didn't just grow and start again, so it moved to that place and it came back. And we can change the direction based on how we want it to be by using negatives. So another negative here, we have something like this. We can see it's changing direction. So that's scroll effect using the CSS by replicating the marquee tag.